There's a sense here of excitement and anticipation to learn. And so I want to first of all say that today one of our goals is exactly that, is to learn. We call the conference the Women's Business Case. And I've changed that and adapted it a little bit to talking about our business story. We're going to be using some visual images to think about our leadership, to think about ourselves and our story, and how you may want your story to play out in the future.
It wasn't a role I ever conceived for myself. You become that advocate. It becomes part of you. And it becomes a part that's scary and difficult, but also has its own rewards in that I became a mentor to so many great young women, but also young men on Wall Street. I set out to be one of the guys.
Wow.
And you just sometimes can't do that.
What I'd like to do is to get away from the tactical and the doing and be able to inspire instead of drive change. Looking at the cards, we actually have the opportunity to reinvent every day. And so there's a point where you bloom where you're planted, but also that you, within your stage, can find opportunities for reinvention. And so that's given me some thoughtful moments to reflect on later on.
I think we really minimize the power of questions. We're always interested in the statement, but not in the question. And if you can find times in your work and life to live in the question, the curiosity, I think you're going to find a lot of opportunity for reflection and moving the mental furniture. Our journeys are all unique to ourselves. And for some of us, the question we were dialoguing about on the LinkedIn website was, what about women's leadership, and are women better or worse? There's no research that says we're a whole lot better. There's no research that says we're worse. There's research that says we're different. And some of that difference is acknowledged and honored, and sometimes you're in a culture, as Beth very ably pointed out, in a culture where it's not. That's the road, that's the journey, that's your story unraveling.
The one skill that surprised me that I needed along the way and still need is the ability to influence. Because if you can't influence, nothing will get done. Even in organizations where it's dollars and cents.
Right, which is a very different skill than directing,
very
if you will.
different, very different. It's directing without them knowing you're directing.
Right.
Most entrepreneurs I've spoken to at some point have a low point. It's not always up, and it's okay. You just have to keep confidence in yourself and keep plugging away. I mean, there have been many times where I felt like I'm broken and I can't fix it. But it's just a matter of getting help from people who can help you and admitting that you're at a low point and that you need help. I think that was the biggest, hardest thing for me.
There's been a lot of conversation about being mentors and paying it forward. I think that the generation above us sort of kind of felt like there's only one woman at a table and that was okay. And as we all get older or wherever we are in our paths, that it's so important to pay it forward and to be inclusive and to steer someone to, whatever, another person who's going to get to another person, because that is so much what we should be doing from Wharton, but also as our professional careers, that it's not just mentoring, but it's sponsoring.
What's the to-do that's coming out of all of this conversation that we have today for you? Because you have to set priorities, and you can't do everything, almost everything. You can do almost everything, but not absolutely everything.